In the 11th Battle of the Race Circuits, we have a battle between Gerard Clermont-Ferrand, who beat the Reims Go circuit in the previous round, and the new contender you voted for, the old Oostenrijk-ring, today known as the Red Bull Ring. To keep the battle fair, we'll let the old versions of both circuits compete against each other. For those who are not familiar with the Battle of the Race Circuits format, the formula is very simple. Every month we show you 2 epic race circuits which have something in common. You decide which one is best. The winner goes on to the next round to battle against another iconic racetrack, but each circuit can only stay on for 3 rounds maximum. The Clermont-Ferrand circuit was originally a street circuit around an extinct volcano in the Puy-de-Dôme region in France. The 8-kilometre or 5-mile long circuit opened in 1958 and contained a challenging mix of different corners and elevation changes. For that reason, it was nicknamed the French Nürburgring. Just like the real Nürburgring in Germany, Clermont-Ferrand was a very twisty and technical circuit with very fast sections but almost no straights. The old Clermont-Ferrand circuit hosted the Formula 1 French Grand Prix 4 times between 1965 and 1972. During the 1972 Grand Prix, today's Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko lost an eye because a stone went through his visor and landed slap bang in his left eye. Because the old Clermont-Ferrand circuit was found to be too dangerous, it lost the French Grand Prix and eventually other international races. Up until 1988 it was used for national races only, but then the street circuit closed for motorsport. However, the General Council of Puy-de-Dôme recognised the interest of having a circuit to the local economy, so, with their financial support, a new 3.97km or 2.47 mile long circuit was built. For the new circuit they used a part of the old street circuit and built a new permanent connection onto the side. The new circuit opened in 1989 and was a semi-permanent circuit known under the name of Circuit de Gérard. Today, Circuit de Gérard is a fully permanent racetrack, with a new road bypassing the old street circuit section, which had now become permanent. The track is now mainly used for classic events and driving courses. The lost part is still there as a public road with a small abandoned section too. What's great is that even though it lost part of its original layout, it's still a very challenging circuit with different types of corners and still some decent elevation changes. Doing my best impression of gladiators, contender ready! Here comes a new challenger, the Oostenrijk-ring, today known as the Red Bull Ring. It all started in 1958 with races on an airfield in Zeltweg. In 1961, 63 and 1964 it hosted Formula 1 races too. However, the airfield was very bumpy and caused a lot of suspension failures, so after 3 races the track was found no longer suitable for Formula 1. Not far from Zeltweg they started to build a new permanent racetrack. It opened in 1969 under the name Oostenrijk-ring. The Oostenrijk-ring was a very challenging circuit with fast corners and again huge elevation changes. Spot the similarities. It hosted the Formula 1 Austrian Grand Prix from 1970 through to 1987. Because of its challenging characteristics, it was one of the most popular circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. But as usual, beautiful circuits are often dangerous circuits too. When in 1975 Mark Donoghue died, the first corner was modified for the 1976 Grand Prix. A year later, it was changed into a chicane. After the 1987 Austrian Grand Prix, the Oostenrijk-ring was removed from the F1 calendar. In the 1990s, the track was modernised. The new version opened in 1996, but under the name A1 Ring, after the telecom provider who financed the reconstruction. The natural flow of the circuit was kind of destroyed with this new layout, and it became much more of a go-karty stop-and-go circuit. From 1997 through to 2003, the new A1 Ring hosted the Formula 1 Austrian Grand Prix again. A year later, in 2004, the old Oostenrijk-ring was bought by the late Red Bull boss, Dietrich Mateschitz. He had ambitious plans to rebuild the circuit and expand it with a hotel, kart track, racing school, and so much more. Also, the lost part of the original Oostenrijk-ring would be reconnected back to the new circuit. Assuming that all the permissions had been granted, they started to demolish all of the old buildings. But after protests from the owner of a nearby domain, the Austrian Environment Council didn't agree to the permissions, and so the works had to stop immediately. What remained was a half-demolished racetrack. After years of abandonment, they got permission in 2008 to rebuild the track. but only in the A1 configuration. For the reopening, they changed the name to the Red Bull Ring, and in 2014, Formula One returned back to the track. So, we have two spectacular circuits. Will old Gerard Clermont-Ferrand win for the third time and equal the old Nürburgring? Or will it be the old Österreich Ring, which will compete against another track next month? It's your turn to speak now. Let us know down in the comments which one is your favourite, and please tell us why. The choice is yours. Check out the social tab on the Circuits of the Past YouTube channel. In just over 2 weeks' time, we'll announce the winner and let you vote for the new challenger. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss the next episode from the Battle of the Race Circuits and all of the other videos from iconic racetracks from the past and occasionally from the present too. Take care.